Spooky story time, guys. So, since I'm an empath, a lot of paranormal things keep on happening to me. And this is one thing that happened around 2 years before. So, it wasn't something which happened all of a sudden, or it wasn't a happening that occurred in one day. It was something that happened gradually over a period of a month. So things started happening in a really slow manner. At first, I was not feeling really good in my room, and I was getting that feeling of anger and distress all the time whenever I'm in my hostel room. When I used to go out, I was fine, like normal. I used to be normal. And I used to think that since I'm an empath, I absorb others' vibrations and I absorb others' feelings. So maybe I'm absorbing someone else's feelings who was there in the hostel. So I used to think like that. But then things started getting a lot more complex a few days later. What happened was that on a daily basis, I used to get nightmares, like very bad nightmares. And I remember one night I just shouted and got up from my sleep, and I shouted really loud. So my roommate, she just came up to my bed and she was saying me that it's okay, it was just a bad dream, it was a nightmare, it's okay, everything is okay. I still don't know if it was a dream or if it was a sleep paralysis, an experience of sleep paralysis. But what I saw was that I was sleeping and I saw that there was something near my legs standing. It was a black kind of a figure, like humanoid kind of a figure, and it was just grabbing onto my legs and it was coming near me, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even move my legs or couldn't even move my hands. And then I just shouted very loudly, and it was then that my roommate came to me to my bed, and she was consoling me that it's okay, it was just a nightmare. So even I brushed it off, thinking that okay, maybe nightmares are coming, so what. And then one day, what happened, this was the most significant thing that actually made me think that there might be some entity in my room. What happened is that my roommate was fast asleep. She had fallen asleep and I was still awake at that time. And when I went to sleep, I just went to my bed and just slept over it. And then I started hearing knock. First I heard it near my roommate's bed, like it was like a constant knocking, like this. So first I heard it over the area near her bed, but I couldn't make it out completely from which object it is coming, but it was coming somewhere from that side, from her side. So first it was a bed, then it came onto the door which was beside her bed, and then it came onto my table, the tapping noise. It started coming from the area of my table, and then it vanished away. At that time I kind of got a bit of confirmation that yes, maybe there's some spirit in my room, but I didn't think that it was related to me getting nightmares or me feeling that negative thing or anger. I didn't think that it was connected to all those things. I just thought, okay, it's a spirit, and since I'm an empath, spirits keep on coming to me, and so I thought that okay, it's a regular episode. Then I just slept, I switched off the lights, I slept, and there was this constant knocking from beneath my bed, exactly like this, like in intervals, continuous knocking. And that really made me so irritated, like okay, if you are there, just be there, do not disturb me, because I really get disturbed when someone doesn't let me sleep, or if there's some noises when I go to sleep. So I was getting really irritated, and I just again brushed it off and tried to sleep off. And next day I got up and I really had a very, very bad mood. I was in a very bad mood, and in those times I was also continuously fighting with my parents for no reason. I was having a very bad mood and I used to talk to them very rudely all of a sudden. I am not someone who gets angry very easily, but my whole mood had become like I'm angry all the time, and it was very significant. You could, if you knew me personally, you could make it out that this is not the same person I used to know. Next, what happened is that one night my roommate, she was it was around, I guess, 2 o'clock at night. I was doing something over my bed, sitting in my room, and she was outside the room near the stairs. Like it is a 3-storied building, and she was sitting near the stairs of our building. Suddenly she came inside our room and she started saying that I smelled something burning, like it was smell of burning meat or something like that. She told me like that, and it came out of nowhere, and it just gave her so much creeps, and she got so scared because at that point nobody was awake. Like, even if people were awake, they used to come out of their rooms and do something in the common area. So there was no way there's burning meat kind of smell, and it just came there for a few seconds and then it went off. She told me like that. And then it struck me that maybe something is there persistently in our room, or maybe something is attached to our room or ourselves. So I asked her that, are you feeling any bad vibes or any like other emotions like anger or sadness which is not yours? So she told me that yes, I'm feeling that since about a month, and I don't know, but whenever I go out I do not feel that, but whenever I come into this room I really feel angry or frustrated or sad all the time. She told me that like that, and I told her it's the same thing that's happening to me as well since about a month. So there's no way it's a coincidence, guys. And also at that time we noticed that me and my roommate, we hardly talked, although we were really good friends and we used to talk really nicely and spend time together. Since about a month we used to hardly talk. We used to just live like strangers in the room. At that point we really figured out that something is definitely attached to us. So I did a meditation, and what I found out was that some kind of, I don't know how to explain these because I'm not an expert in this, but in my mind's eye I really found out there's some portal kind of a thing that was there in her mirror, my roommate's mirror, and the negative vibes were coming out from that area, and there was also those same negative vibes inside of me. So maybe something had come through the mirror and it had leashed onto me. Like, I wasn't still sure because as I said, I'm not an expert in these things, but that is what I really felt at that point. And since I'm a clear sentient, I really feel all these negative things and negative vibrations. So this is what I felt. So the next day what I did, I called my friend's mom, and she knows things about these, like she knows remedies, how to tackle all these negativity and all. So she told me that I need to keep a lemon beneath my pillow when I sleep at that night, and my friend will also keep a lemon. She also needs to keep a lemon, and it should be a fresh lemon. And in the morning after we wake up, if it has any black spots or if it turns brown, then there's definitely a negativity attached to that person whose lemon has turned brown. So next day, yeah, we woke up and we saw that her lemon was as fresh as it was the previous day, but my lemon, it had really turned brown. It had so many brown spots on it. So yeah, we were confirmed that it was me with whom that negativity is attached. So she told me some remedies, some really strong remedies, and I carried it out. After that purification, everything again went normal, and we could make the difference then that okay, our room was so heavy before and now we feel so light, and everything again came back to normal, guys. We started talking normally. I didn't have any anger issues anymore, and everything was fine then. I don't know why that entity came or how it all started, but I definitely know that it was the mirror, because after that I also cleansed the mirror. I made holy symbols on its back so that none of the portals can open again. So yeah, this was it. This was one of my spooky experiences that happened to me and which dragged my roommate as well. So thank you so much for your time, and please comment down below if you wanna hear any such more stories, because I have a lot many. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.